third and final map between Tyloo and Tiger. And not only that, but the last map here of the Road to Rio in Asia and ANZ. So we're going to make it a good one. It's China up against Mongolia for that first place in Road to Rio.
Starting things off here, Tyloo, like you said, CT side, chosen that after the knife round. You're going to see a quick one up connector here from Tiger, taking some challenges against Slowly, but he has had no problems on the USPs throughout the whole of Road to Rio so far, 3K.
Yep, and Urkast has managed to make his way into the B bomb site, but that said, NCL still needs to rotate forward, and it all comes down to the solo duel right now. Somebody's going to be coming back up into the short position. Urkast is aware of the danger, and it looks like NCL is actually just going to be chilling over on top of T Connector.
I think Urkast may even let this player past him. In all honesty, he's just waiting for Tyloo to settle in terms of the rotations, and if he just lets some of the CTs pass and maybe flanks back around towards this A side of the map.
Oh,
How is the attacker ready for that? Please explain.
he's just five-headed his way to potentially a Tyloo victory.
Got a sixth sense.
5 head and the 6th sense. That's a pretty special human. That's for sure. He's got some crazy aim to back it up.
And NCL surrounded from all sides. I don't see him picking this one up. Just too many people to find. Tyloo, critical pistol round found, because that's the momentum for them as well. They haven't won they didn't win a round on that CT side of Inferno.
Wow. Of course, Slowly is going to get another 3K with the USP. Remember the first round that we saw him debut for Tyloo, Jordan? He did go massive on the pistol round for Tyloo. And then proceeded to not really do a whole lot throughout the rest of the half. But let's say that he doesn't do that again.
Okay.
And he's going to start fragging here.
You just want to get your prediction correct.
Well, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, Jordan, now that you've flipped and gone for Tyloo as well, because I can't catch up in predictions anymore.
But I can win.
Either you or Mac's going to win, and that just makes me upset.
That's really cute, guys. I've just been forgotten about. Slowly, they forget about shooting him as well.
USP in hand, and he gets pre-fight around the corner, not prepared for the wrap.
That's big, because Dobu actually gets a kill with the MP9. That's money.
That is money.
Oh, those swings. Wow.
Trying to send someone to the moon.
That's just a physical representation of what we saw happen between map 1 and map 2.
They're still going.
Dobu's got more kills than the MP9. Laser beam gun.
Swing cam.
5650.
That's a lot of money.
He could buy an AWP and go light armor. And maybe like a smoke or a flash. Nope. He's just going to go for the AK. I don't care about the AWP. At least not in this round. And now Dan King has bought an XM. Kevin, what do you think about that?
Interior alligator crocodile right down into connector. That's what I'm hoping for. Because that's actually a very strong weapon, because MC loves this weapon, right? He's following this and he's just like, yeah, perfect. Perfect weapon for the perfect scenario if Tiger do decide to take this control. But it's actually going to be the fight that's happening at long for now, as Urkast needs to back out. Now he loses his buddy. But you can see somebody's also pushing up and finding the timing. This is more reminiscent right now of Tyloo on that CT side of Dust 2, just running around and playing havoc, and the XM finds the kill and unders, and this round has just completely gone wrong for Tiger.
Yeah, it's much more reminiscent of the Tyloo that we expect to come into this series and find a victory. Urkast position, aggressive, but somebody's ready for that challenge. And Dan King finishes off the final one. That's just a clean sweep for Tyloo. 5 guns alive and a massive victory for them in the first gun round of the half.
Upgrading that XM into an AK as well as picking up another AK. Tyloo, exactly like you said, 5 players surviving, 3-0 on overpass here. This is looking absolutely fantastic for them.
Yep, and it's going to force Tiger onto the Force pistols for now, as Tyloo just looking to build up the CT side economy. Out comes that aggressive Molotov. We see a lot of these teams actually starting to throw this to take this fountain control, to take this long control nice and early away from the Ts, but it looks like Urkast still going to persist through it with a teammate in hand, but Dan King, he has no interest in allowing the Ts to settle. He is just picking up the pace right now and still gets that kill through the flashbang. Aggression is the name of the game right now for Tyloo. Doesn't play off for Slowly.
Yeah, maybe a little overconfident pushing down in towards Connector when your opponents have Tech 9s, and that's given Cabal access to an AK. Tiger, still no map control for those lads. Dobu's over in towards short B.
Nine's like, do you want to give me a Tech 9 or an AK or something like that? He's only got the Glock right now. Look, AK has just been lost. Attack up, and somebody just holding firm, just taking isolated deals. And I think that's the story right now for Tyloo. They're just taking isolated deals and winning it. Doesn't matter where, when, or how.
Yeah. And I think that's going to be pretty scary if you're Tiger, because you're going to start to quickly slip down that slippery slope that is, you know, oh, we've got to stop the aggression. And then, you know, once you sort of force Tyloo to respect you, only then can you start playing your proper T side.
Oh, I mean, Tiger are far from earning any respect so far because they haven't been able to get any entries.
Yep.
Looking pretty lackluster right now on the fragging side. DanKing now has the AWP in hand.
Slow round from Tiger. It is a double connector setup here from Tyloo, slowly and somebody. Looking to hold control over there as DanKing works this A side of the map. Tiger just taking their time of walking through Playground. You can tell they're taking a little bit longer than you would usually expect because they're a little worried that they're going to get pushed from long A again. But now, starting to make their way up. It's a smoke in towards Bathroom, Molly onto Divider. And this might be an opportunity here for Tiger. Pinch connector, Cabal waiting for the push, nicely done. Denies somebody any kind of information or kills.
But the critical part is that slowly hasn't been compromised just yet. And if they're able to hold on to this position, well, they're mulling in it, so they're suspecting that could be another player down here. So slowly is flushed out. In the meantime, though, DanKing's the only player left on that A bomb site. He's doing a pretty good job holding on as well. Able to pick off Aircast on that party push. So 30 seconds left. It looks like Tiger have to be regrouping to this B bomb site, but there is two people here, Summer and Attacker, and Attacker's been looking very good so far, and they've got an incendiary grenade still. 20 seconds. Tiger's lane is burned down maybe a little bit too far. Out comes the execute, and Attacker's been walled off by his own teammate. Out comes the attack right now, and Dobu gets the first entry. Attacker's holding firm.
Attacker might not have been the one that they wanted to hold firm if he would have been able to deny the bomb plant. There was something in it for Tyloo, but in the end, it's the first round on the board for Tiger, and they've been working hard to get to that point, but perhaps going to need to continue to put in that hard work because Tyloo will be able to buy into this round.
It's good stuff from Cabal. He's the one who puts Tiger in the pole position to come away with that round. Nice spray transfer on 9, but unnecessary. Could have got it done anyway. However, the big sort of blunder there from Tyloo in that round, you have to say, is not only the aggression in connector, but also just Summer, unfortunately, pegging it a incendiary at the back of Attacker's head. Said he had a bit of a 5 head. Maybe he's going to have to rein it in a bit.
As Attacker, spots out Dobu, but somehow Dobu still wins that duel. Oh no, this is going terribly wrong for Tyloo. When they're taking individual duels and winning, it looks good, but when they're not, looks very scrappy and messy. Dobu barely even touched as he's able to take two favorable fights alongside with Cabal. Words are starting to fail me a little bit here, just like Tyloo's CT round in this one.
Tyloo's sort of starting to slip down this slope, unfortunately, of just the aggression continuing. They keep trying to push and keep losing these duels. They haven't lost a single duel there, Tiger. Denying all of that aggression, making it look easy. Just each individual Tyloo player walking into a T crosshair.
Yeah, it's really a round thrown away for Tyloo, isn't it? All the money that they had may as well have been irrelevant because they go into this round now with nothing to their name.
That's really both of the last two CT rounds, you know. It wasn't what we're used to seeing on Overpass, you know, where you see the structured aggression, people pushing together or going off the back of pop flashes. It really just is CTs walking individually, one at a time, into the T side. And Tiger just laughing all the way to the bank.
I mean, speaking about laughing right now, it is going to be 9 that's picking up a bit of damage and a few kills as well. As NCL's here ready to back him up. This is a pretty clean shutdown. As Tyloo more than happy to oblige by the NCL and 9 shooting gallery.
5 alive for Tiger. They've almost got 10 grand in the bank, Jordan.
And how's that even possible? You know, they've only really won a couple of rounds in a row here, and all of a sudden just
They just went to find a mirror and just told themselves, just play better.
yeah.
You
play a
are
bit better.
Pog champ.
It's looking like it so far. Because it's not really been a great structure that's coming out from Tiger in terms of execute. It's their default structure that's been looking very impressive, and the individuals have been punishing Tyloo.
Sitting there holding angles. Again, Tyloo.
Head stack.
Oh, yeah, it is the boost. Putting 9 up there.
That's peaceful, isn't it?
It's just a question if somebody is going to go for the jump, and he
There it
is.
is.
Oh,
It's a tag.
He gets the tag. I'm getting some splash ski vibes, mate.
Look,
Wow.
you can't say that, Kev. There was no jumping AWP shot there.
All right, fair enough.
There was a jump and an AWP shot.
Oh, it's true.
That is all of the required elements
Look at
satisfied.
this position for Slowly, though. He is in such a good one, and Tiger wasted so much time with that head stack that he's been able to push all the way into the playground. But 1 for 1, probably not what he was looking for, to be honest.
I think Tiger are fine with that.
Yep.
They just need to make something happen with 50 seconds on the clock here. They're going to start rolling back towards this B bomb site.
Yeah, it's
And I
plenty
think
safe.
Summer and Attacker had the potential to shut down that B play last time. Let's see if they can make good on that this time around. However, it does look like they're reshuffling the positions here.
Problem is there's no incendiary grenade to slow it down this time. Attacker does have a smoke to try to buy a little bit more time. Out comes the smoke. 24 seconds. Summer's playing anti-flash as well. 3 players on the B bomb sites. Entries that have to work out, but it's so far a 1-for-1 trade. Tobu doubles down, and Dan King just going to be staying hidden at sandbags for now. And this could be a huge position, because if he is able to deny the bomb plant, as Urcast is taking some time. What is Urcast doing right now? He's trying to get into a safer position. He will be able to just get it down. He actually repositions for a safer plant for short, trusting his teammates to cover him over at ABC instead. That's some big brain play coming out from our favorite player on Tiger. Letting time tick away, keeping us sweating there a little bit.
Look, I played on a team with Urcast a long time ago. But all I'm saying is the way Nine's been playing lately, he might be my favorite player on Tiger at the moment.
You can't take my favorite player away from me, mate. I
You did
saw the
say
potential
our.
before.
You did say our. Well, 10 grand in the bank on all of these Tiger players.
And once again, Tyloo just been unable to set up these crossfires. A couple of good flashbangs, but they're just not looking. Once again, just another attack by an individual, which doesn't work out. It's looking so separated from Tyloo.
To be fair, this is just a pistol round, so you might expect to see a little bit more of the individualistic play style from the CT side. They're probably not expecting much out of this round. Someone may be able to do a little bit with the CZ as he lurks up from connector, but he's got really nowhere to go. Out of the frying pan into the fire there. And Tiger are dealing with this relatively comfortably. They've just slowed things down enough to wait for Tyloo to push into them, make those mistakes and punish them for it. Now they'll spread out and gain control of the map. They've got Long, keeping an eye on bathrooms and connector. But Dan King with the Deagle, and somebody also did have something to say about that one. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
No, but with those 2 kills, they look pretty good. But Tiger know now that there's no one on the B bomb site, so Cabal can just go into a cheeky corner. They've got Dirty Water secured as well. NCL can just go on the long rotate. As long as he doesn't peek Kevin, everything is safe. For now. Not saying that the retake isn't possible, but 5 rounds on the T side. How many rounds on the T side would you want, Mitch, on Overpass?
I think it's very team dependent on this map, is the thing. You can have teams who very much streak ahead on the T side of Overpass. I think in the kind of situation that Tyloo's in, though, it's like the nightmare situation, because for the same reason as on a lot of maps, if you're on the CT side and you're starting to have some economic woes, it's going to be quite hard to hold that big bomb site without the incendiaries. You're not going to be able to pick up the AWP to get yourself some freebie picks over towards Fountain or Long or Divider.
At least they're able to take the AWP and the AK into the next round. I mean, they would have been able to buy that. But everything extra is really critical, as you said, for that economy.
I think it's fairly even, right? If Tiger gets 7 here, they're happy. But I have seen, many a team go for like 9, 10 rounds on Overpass T side.
I think you want to get as many as you can against Tyloo. It's the same thing as what we were saying between Order and Renegades. You're against a team that is just a massive, massive favorite in the region.
NCL's got a Mac 10 with 12k in the bank.
Must be up to something pretty quick then, I'd say.
It's like he wants to run straight out onto that B site. That's the second time this game that Tyler was just pegging nades at each other, boys.
It's not a good look because, I mean, if you're missing a few flashbangs and whatnot, it doesn't cost you too much for now. As Dobu just completely bangs somebody out of the server. And look, Dobu's just reading on how Tyloo want to be aggressing right now.
Ready for summer, that's for sure.
You still have Slowly over at Bathrooms. At the very least, Tyloo have this Bathrooms control off Tiger for now. For long, only one person really on the A bomb site. That's actually Slowly making a progression play, trying to get some map control back. 50 seconds left. It is going to be Urcast looking to clear it.
That flash has gone a little bit too deep. Slowly not affected by it at all. And Urcast rolls around the corner right into him. It's a good trade though from 9 as he continues his work with the AWP that we saw on the T side of Inferno. But is it going back to the B bomb site here, the bomb? I'm not sure. Tiger are milling around quite a lot. They've actually decided to execute out onto A. There's smokes and mollies, but there's also DanKing and Summer who are ready and waiting. A pop flash through from DanKing. A nice shot hit onto NCL. Perhaps some more here for DanKing as he loses his only other teammate. It's a no-scope onto Cabal, and Attacker does rotate up just in time to help him out. Tyloo will grab their 5th.
That's great stuff from DanKing as well. He missed a couple of shots earlier, but it's good to see the pressure doesn't get to him at that stage. Gets 2 very critical picks to hold onto the A-bomb side. If he falls there, that allows at least a 1-on-1 for Tiger.
I think Tiger, unfortunately, they've kind of let that one slip. Urcast taking that solo duel over towards Long A just to clear it out. Also, you'd have to point out that Dobu, he definitely had his opportunity there to go up short B and make something happen. Tiger, they're not going to run the clock down this time around. You can see them just heavily grouped up towards this B side of the map. It's going to be on Summer and Attacker with this close crossfire.
Well, they've got a good crossfire that's working out because Summer just bangs them straight out. And now the attack's been slowed down. But oh my goodness, the flashbang, it looks great. But NCL and 9 able to return the favor.
They've reset.
Yep, still a 3-on-3. HP favoring Tyloo, but there's still so much time for the T's to work with.
And the CTs don't really have such forward positions. Last time you saw Slowly was right behind him towards Long A in a great spot, ready to flank. This time around though, Tiger, they're not going to reset towards A. They're not going to go back and clear out Long. Instead, just going to start walking towards short B, and I would assume that this is going to be maybe a boost in the mid-round? No? Back towards Connector.
Well, it's good to see them wolf-packing and working together. No real chance of a freebie for Tyloo. At the very worst, it'll be traded down.
Here's the problem, though. They're versing DanKing's AWP, and he's been looking very good on the defense so far. Dropping utility at the right time, but no one's rotating across. Tiger just slowly creeping forward, and DanKing's going to be rotating out. Spots the angle at the right time. Now 2-on-3.
There's a couple of mollies that they could have used to neutralize DanKing's positions, but haven't thrown them in at all, and maybe it's too little too late now as we are in that 2-on-3. Somebody's coming in from the backside. DanKing and Slowly to work together in bank. But NCL's in a nice position over there on Long, and a crossfire with Urcast, who's ready and waiting on the site, but it doesn't matter. DanKing's too good. And all onto Urkast now in a 1-on-3. He's behind all of them. No slowly's on the defuse. He's not going to hit this spray. He's run out of ammo. The defuse is there. And Tyloo win the round.
Could have been done by Urkast there, but unfortunately just misjudged the angle. A good recovery, Tiger. Looked like Urkast almost could have pulled that one across the line there towards the late round after a difficult start to the round.
But once again, it is DanKing on this A-bomb site that's making that impact work. 1v3, still able to not only take one down, but to assist on the retake afterwards with a crazy shot into NCL. Means that Tyloo now once again back in the lead.
It's actually the two newbies for Tyloo who are really pulling the biggest weight at the moment. Somebody's having another slow map here.
Oh, and that boost once again works out. It's going to be a 9. Putting number advantage for Tiger. Nice and early.
What do they do in this 5-on-4? They got a minute and 20 to work with.
Lost this A control because DanKing and slowly pushed on.
Well, that's one thing, but end of the day, like, even if you are losing control of the A side of the map, if Tyloo don't over-rotate with the information that they have and go back towards this B side of the map, then it's not really going to be doing them very many favors unless Slowly's able to get into a position to flank this B hit.
That miss from DanKing is a pretty big deal. It keeps Tyloo at a numbers deficit.
The thing I'm really looking at the moment is that Summer and Attacker have been holding on to their utility until the late round here. If Tiger come into this B bomb site with 30 seconds to go and have to run through some Molotovs, that could work out beautifully for Tyloo.
Well, there's no real other option, is there, here for Tiger? I don't see them rotating up to A right now, and the utility is going to get flung into the B bomb site. So, counter utilities out from Tyloo, and does Tiger call for the wait? Doesn't look like that's going to happen. At least a nice trade down by 9, again with the AWP. But Dobu falls, and there's no more pressure from short. Still, it's 9 to pull Tiger, kicking and screaming through this round. He's fallen down. DanKing's going to go and look for the defuse. And I was going to say he's actually going to look for the cancel on the bomb plant, but it will end up having to be the defuse. Either way, Tyloo are probably pretty happy with that. 2 guns alive. It's not the best of rounds for them, but given their money was pretty shaky going into it, I think they'll just take the round victory and look forward with a 1 round at a time kind of a mentality from here.
And again, it's Slowly and DanKing to close out that round. Doing excellent work to keep Tyloo alive here on Overpass. It looked like Tiger was slowly starting to encroach on this T side and take control of the game. However, the good work that they've done here has put them in a great position economically, so they're going to continue to buy. Actually, a whole lot of them are going to be doing that nade to the jump spot, or to barrels once again, it looks like, as they threw their flashbangs out of the map. Somebody's about to get airstriked. Doesn't hit him though.
Tyloo do have this short control as well, so no longer as Dover is able to win one of those critical early engagements.
Tiger just taking their time. Dogu waiting for a push over towards this B side of the map. Actually, Tiger just in the mid-round waiting again for Slowly to try to push through long A, but this time they won't see him. They're going to Molotov out party and start making their way through the A side of the map. DanKing's got an opportunity to click on one of these Ts, but he is full whited. Some nice flashbang work for Tiger. He still is solo over here towards A, but as you do see him start to creep around and secure this long A control, he gets a lot of information, and Tyloo feels a lot safer stacking towards this B side of the map. Another smoke with 30 seconds to go. There's still utility on this B site. Again, Summer's got a HE grenade and a Molotov to be throwing.
The nade goes just a little too early, although maybe I lie. Urkast cops a chunk and Dobu dead. Oh, Summer, it's just one of those rounds. There's a 4th kill for him in it. And Cabal, there is nothing to be done now, except maybe try and deal some damage to the CT economy. Somebody will finish it off. 8's up for Tyloo. They continue that march on the CT side here of Overpass. It seems it won't matter how low Tiger keeps their economy. They just can't stop winning rounds.
I feel like the problem a lot of the time is that Tiger's trying to commit to this smoke and they haven't recognized the dangers of, well, you're doing it 3 rounds in a row. Why is that smoke there? It's because Tyloo know that you're executing at that time. They feel really safe dropping that defensive utility and fighting behind it. Tiger just not challenged over in bathrooms and taking this control off the CTs. Maybe we're looking for a bit of a difference, a bit of a change up, but Dan King's here with the AWP.
Throws the nade a little too deep. As Tiger push up fountain side here. Dobu again up to his usual business up short B here. His timing once again, but still keeping...
Whoa.
Oh, I was going to say keeping Tyloo on their toes. Urkas had a bit of a slow start here, but he's starting to get warmed up, and that's 2 picks for free. 3, Tyloo again. After a good sort of adjustment in his last couple of rounds, they've just gone straight back to the start of the CT half.
All that hard work seems to have been thrown away by Tyloo, as now they'll see their money reset right into the last round of the half. They were working so well. And now we might end up still at an 8 and 7.
Oh, and somebody's been spotted out as well. So, I mean, look, you can forgive Dan King for going down there because that's a hell of a shot coming out from Urkas, but slowly he's still lingering around over at Long A. Very open position, can't really get out in time. That's kind of the catalyst for Tyloo just collapsing from that point onwards. So Summer's going to try and take the M4 into the next round. Tiger finally managed to find one. Once again, it's a very, very tight half, and I feel like this entire series so far has been a tale of tight halves, really.
Yeah, tight first halves at least. But the second halves have really blown out. You know, 16-9, 16-7, the 2 scorelines on Dust2 and Inferno respectively.
Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night and never day. Even when I wash the floor, the dust still comes. Keep on hunting for the bread. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm, far from calm. I know you feel me, brother. Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night, it's never day. Even when I watch the floor, the dust will come. Keep on hunting for the prey. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm, far from calm. I know you feel me, brother.
Tech Sky did not lie. We are still alive. You can stop spamming this head because the casters are not dead. Tiger and Tyloo, we head into the final half of the series, 7-8, and it really does feel as though this is anyone's game.
It is. Tiger, definitely a good run on the T side there, getting themselves 7 rounds, but they definitely sort of pumped the brakes a little bit in the middle part of that half. And now Tyloo, there's definitely a window here to push ahead on the T side, get this first T gun round, and then just start rolling over Tiger like we saw them do to Vici.
All begins with a pistol, doesn't it? Well, only a smoke and a flashbang on Summer for now, as somebody's looking to get a little bit aggressive. Dobu, the only player over here on the A-bomb site. It's going to be a full B stack commitment from Tiger, and they've actually sent Urcast on a bit of a journey. He's clearing out this back position nice and early. He's near the nightclub and pushing forward.
He's having a great time with all the information he's got, Tiger. 9 spotting this push out of connector. Any second that door's going to be flung open and there's going to be a lot of Tyloo players coming onto the B bomb site. Tiger's got to scramble to get into position.
Oh, 19 spotted out as well, and he can't really fight this out. That's a great entry coming out from somebody. And now all 5 members of Tyloo just flooding the site and trying to get themselves in a good post plant. Tiger also trying to regather their forces, but they're fighting a little bit separated. 2 coming in from CT, 3 actually coming in from CT, 1 from behind, and the numbers just don't favor them at the moment.
No, certainly not. Urcast, though, does hit the headshot onto Slowly, and maybe if Cabal can find one, there's something in this one for Tiger. Urcast will tap the bomb. He's actually potentially going to sit on top of it. Cabal! He's going to hold on. Danking and Summer now down, and there's no time, surely. Oh, no, Urcast doesn't have it in time. They almost had it. The full 10-second defuse, but Tyloo get away with the scraps of the round, really.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. You saw how confidently Cabal hit the first 2 headshots, and it's like the third one is never that easy, Kevin.
No, because you start overthinking a little bit. It starts going, well, this was the unwinnable situation, but Attack is able to win that. The kit was lost on the other side. It was lost closer to the ABC position. Urcast had no chance in retrieving it. But Tiger are going to be forcing straight into this as Tyloo going to be sending it over into Fountain as somehow 9 connects a shot through the flashbang. Tags up Danking, tenderizes him a little bit.
Straight through the side of the hedge. That's going to help out Dobu, but pretty much everybody on Tiger to finish off some of these kills with these weapons. the Deagles. MP9 for Cabal. See if Tiger can make this force work. Tyloo starting to make their way through long A here, starting to get some more map control.
And we've seen the stack being very deadly before. 9 with the Scout and Dobu up close with the Desert Eagle as well.
You're looking at NCL. He's actually smoked Monster Tunnel and then rotated back towards this A-bomb site.
Well, that's a first critical pick from Cabal, though. He's able to clean up this unders position, and Dobu's just being an absolute nuisance right now in front bathroom. Spots out attacker, gets out alive barely.
Slowly sitting behind the smoke right now, is looking to make his way into the bomb site. And I think that kill from Attacker is going to signal it's go time for Tyloo, but it's go time right into Dobu's Deagle. That's shut down before it does get too out of hand, but with 28 seconds and the bomb plant going down, Tyloo still have a numbers disadvantage and slowly is not going to be able to bring that back. It's on to somebody. He's got an AK in hand, but he's been spotted out now, and he's very scared. Has to check all of the angles. Urcast floating around, but Cabal gets the spam through the fence, and Tiger will sneak away with a CT round, bring themselves up to 8. Tyloo really could have had that one.
Yeah, Tiger, they've struck right back with that force. Cabal, he's even gone and picked up the AK.
Been a big day here in Road to Rio, and it's only going to get a little bit bigger as we also have a few more matches going on some of the other streams, just to let you guys know what is happening around the world. On twitch.tv/ESL, it's Esparta and VP Virtus Pro if you're looking for that game. ESL CSGO B is home to Pro 100 and Cynam Gaming, and then ESL CSGO C, Hard Legion up against Na'Vi. So a few matches all over the place. And right in here, it is the grand final of Asia for Road to Rio. Tyloo up against Tiger.
We love our CIS region games, and I'll probably go lay my own eyes on them. But I want to see the end of this game first. Tiger already 9 under a lot of pressure here. Tyloo have brought up into this one after that bomb plant. They're not looking to let this T side get away from them.
I mean, 9 takes a lot of damage, but he's able to get out alive. And Dobu returns the favor as now Tyloo just encroaching over into the bathrooms area. But they're going to back out, actually. Take the long journey. Might listen to some music on the way back, as it is going to be the B site. That's the calling point.
Looking at Cabal and Urcast to hold this one down. NCL as well has got some counter flashes and a Molotov to be dropping. There's decent utility here for Tiger, but if they put one toe out of line, they're going to be running into some problems here from Tyloo.
Well, they are coming out of Monster right now as Urcast has managed to flit his way to the edge of the short smoke. Now the rifles really have to do the bulk of the work. Oh, Summer gets the first attack and Urcast tries to flit through the smoke. It doesn't work out. The B site has been lost. Dobu.
Attacker has managed to find a pretty critical kill onto 9, and Dobu all on his own now is going to find it quite difficult, but he does shut down DanKing pretty early on to the cost of a fair chunk of his HP. And slowly an Attacker are not really giving Dobu many chances here at all. That's shut down. Tyloo pick up the 10th and march one step closer to a victory here in the grand final.
Slowly misses out on that AK right towards the end, unfortunately. So we'll have to purchase that one for himself. And Tiger, they put onto the eco. 9 is on a double eco, probably, unless he wants to make do with just under 4 grand. So it will be the Force Spy. Once again, of course, it's this classic Asia CS rabbit hole that we're sort of spiraling down towards the end of the final map of the grand final. Force Spies aplenty from both sides.
I mean, the problem for Tiger has always been this B site hold. I mean, they've had issues with it time and time again, and Tyloo were able to exploit it.
Well, I've got a solution for you, Kevin. Leave Cabal here solo with the Mag 7. She'll be right.
No worries. Big fan of Cabal with the Mag 7. Seen a couple of kills from him with it over the course of this series. What if he pushes up onto short here and catches somebody off guard? Doesn't look like it, but he's going to go further and further away, which I'm not sure about on the B bomb site. no expert, but I think the Mag 7 does a bit more damage from close range, but he may just be able to make it work if Tyloo do push their way into B. For now, a bit of presence being shown on the upper side of the map, and Tiger are kind of funneling Tyloo into that B bomb site. So Cabal gonna have to see some jumping Mag 7 action here potentially. Bomb is being planted by DanKing.
Even if he just stays alive and just make sure the T's can't really push forward beyond this threshold, that's actually very important. Now the rest of the pistols can come out and try to fight off the short water control. They don't even know that Cabal's still in the site just yet.
Oh, now they do. DanKing's gone down. That's a big headshot from the Mag 7. NCL and Dobu have also chimed in with a frag apiece. And now the power of numbers can start to come into play because Tiger have got so much more on the board than Tyloo do. And look at where Slowly is. Absolutely nothing you can do about this defuse. Tiger somehow pick up that round.
There it is. No worries at all. Just leave Cabal there with the Mag 7. What could go wrong?
It's a masterstroke.
The whole point, I mean, the whole difference there was that Tyloo didn't push beyond this place and clear it out. The problem with that, oh my, okay, no, okay, it's not the positioning. That was just absolutely filthy from Cabal. From that distance, instantly taking out DanKing, that's not fair.
There's going to be attack pause out of Tiger. They're not keen to continue this back and forth with the Force Buys. They want to hold on to this round that they've earned themselves here, and this lead that they've earned themselves, at least in terms of the economy, and shortly, I would suspect, in terms of the round count as they start to make this CT side work.
But Tyloo were able to get the bomb plant down. That's the key, right? They're able to at least get some money in there. Slowly was able to take the AK forward from the previous round as well. So if they do decide to invest a couple of pistols, it's not going to damage their long-term prospects. They're going to look to keep the Tiger economy honest as well. Nine to 10. You can't ask for a better match, can you, Jordan?
Not really. Both grand finals delivering, going all the way to the third map and keeping us entertained with a close third map as well. That's really where we are at the moment. Tiger looking to build up a decent economy on the CT side still. And Tyloo not making it easy for them. It's the hero AK from Slowly. He saved it through from the last round.
Oh, DanKing tries to chip some shots through the smoke, but none of them connect, and Nine returns the favor.
Slowly is the main danger man here for Tyloo, though, with the AK and armor. He's saved it over from the previous round, and he's on a bit of a tear already, ripping Nine's head off and continuing on into this A-bomb site with the rest of Tyloo straight behind.
Dobu just caught out in the open, not really shifting away, and NCL trying to fight out, has the Glil, too many angles, and it's just gone wrong for Tiger once again, as Urcast looking to make his way up, maybe try to prey off a bit of aggression coming out from Summer, as the T is going to be exiting out towards Long to reset the situation.
There is a smoke and a kit, though.
Yeah, and if Tiger want to win this, they're really going to want to do it with both these guns alive. That's just critical at this point in the game. But I'm sure they'd take it either way. Cabal has got a defuse kit in hand. Urcast is the one that's going to go on to the bomb. He's sitting in that smoke right now, and Cabal on top of the boxes. They're fighting. It's actually somebody. He's not shooting. He's not shooting, ladies and gentlemen.
He's left it too late. The problem is he's just trying to draw enough attention, but the CTs aren't firing, so he thinks that one might be looking towards him. He doesn't try to spray through because he feels like it's too much of a risk, and the scores are tied 10 apiece again.
Look, end of the day, I know that definitely could have been the round there for Tyloo. That's definitely a bit of a misplay. But just getting that down to one player surviving on the CT side and forcing Tiger to spend their money in this round, where Tyloo have taken a save in the previous and will be buying up into this one, gives them still an opportunity here.
I have a tech pause, and I've got a feeling that's actually Tiger calling the tech pause as a reasonable guess, because Dobu just got stuck on the jump-up bin without moving after being flashed, which was very unusual.
No confirmation as of yet, but I think it's going to be a reasonably lengthed tech pause, at least from what I'm hearing. But at least that gives time for Tiger to kind of figure out what they need to be doing here to win a round cleanly, because look, they can win rounds on the CT side, that's all well and good. But they're not making life easy for themselves.
Definitely not in terms of the money. Dropped a lot of guns, and that wasn't even a full investment from Tyloo in that last round.
Was a screen issue for Tyloo, and it should be unpaused fairly shortly, so
there you go.
Won't take too long. There we go. Wasn't too long at all. Can't complain.
Now we're back into the pause.
Oh,
They've slow rolled you, Jordan.
well, I predict in less than 90 seconds we will have an unpaused game.
How would you possibly know?
He's actually written the script.
It's just a
Calling
little voice in my head, you know? Like, I have this kind of conscience that tells me things that sometimes might happen in the future.
Jesus, can your conscience tell you to cast a little better?
That's not how it works.
I mean, I was about to say, see, Mitch is like all the insults, but for me, I'd just be like, can you tell me the results of this match? And
You
can you
really
also
think-
tell me like the 7 winning lottery numbers for next Thursday? Because that would be a lot better for your conscience to be telling me right now.
You'd really think that if that was how it works, I probably would have chosen to do that already.
You probably wouldn't be casting this game, let's be real.
Nope.
He'd be doing it. Passion of esports.
Yeah, look, I actually do have a bit of a passion for CS within the Asian region. Much as we do like to meme about it, I actually find that most of the games that I watch that I really enjoy are actually within the Asia region.
Well, you're watching one of them right now. It's the grand final of Road to Rio. It's 10 apiece. Last map, Overpass. I didn't even think we'd be seeing it in this series. And it just keeps delivering. You're looking at the economy of both sides. Tyloo, they've got a little bit of loss bonus behind them. But both teams are probably going to have to take an eco, maybe an ego peak or two, perhaps.
Gonna have to start seeing that from 9, that's for sure. He's got the AWP out in hand, and maybe a bit of action from somebody as well. Once again, he's had a very quiet series so far. Really hasn't put up the impact that we normally expect from a caliber of a player like this.
What about Cabal, though? It's this third map in a row that this band is performing for Tiger.
He's got sick tacts, bro. Maybe you should ask him about it.
Will do.
Out comes the smoke over, the aggressive smoke over at Monster from the CT side. But Tiger actually playing very passively here as they've been exploited in the past in the B-bomb site, and they're not looking to replicate it this time around. AWP is still firmly trained over at Long A, as Tyloo are also making a bit of presence over at that fountain area. But it's not going to push Tiger's defense back just yet, except for Dobu, who's just making sure is covering off dividers and fighting off a much more favorable angle with 9. You can see the difference already, though. Look how much utility Tiger have left in this B-bomb site. There's absolutely nothing except for maybe a few smoke grenades and flashbangs. No incendiary grenades to buy time. Out comes the attack right now.
Yeah, Danking leading the charge again. Trying to be that entry fragger on the T side for somebody and the rest of the Tyloo crew. So far, no entry, though, for Tyloo, and they might struggle to get in onto the bomb site from here. Bit of that smoke utility going to be thrown on down by them, but Cabal is sitting on top of the smoke. He's only gotten some up. The bomb plant does go down safely. NCL tries to creep forward, but somebody is aware of those tricks. And a 3-on-4 now, and the situation starts to look a little bit more dire here for Tiger as they all start to come rolling into the B-bomb site.
Got utility to work with, though. Flashbangs and the trades aren't working out favorably, though, as none of these players are giving the AWP a chance. 9 has to back out, and they're going to be fighting him out. Great shot on Slowly just to save his life for now, but it is going to be Tyloo actually resetting the economy of Tiger, and that's going to be critical. Once again, it is this B-bomb site that's been the weakness. Tyloo have exploited it, and now they're back in the lead. It's a 1-round lead.
There's no loss bonus for Tiger. You're looking at NCL. He's got $1,400 in his bank account.
Which is nothing. What can you do with it?
There you go, Kev.
Look, that's really... I don't know. You know,
That's great.
Where did they pick those numbers from?
That's just great texting.
Nice, that's all I can say.
Actually, send a text message to that number for a free... What should we give them?
Mountain Dew amp game fuel.
You reckon they deserve a Mountain Dew amp game fuel?
Absolutely. You know what we do here, Jordan? People think that this is an actual esports broadcasting studio. Actually, it's a beverage mail simulator.
Wait, hold that thought, though, because Urcast has actually managed to sneak his way through the edge of the smoke here. If a flashbang comes in at the right time... No, it's not even a flashbang. It's just Urcast that just finds the timing. And in the meantime as well, Dobu was able to pick a kill as well on this force by so Tiger. They've got the numbers advantage again on a 4-on-3. And 9, a lot of responsibility on this A-bomb site, but Tyloo just not in the position really to exploit it just yet.
Yeah, look, you could see 9 just continue to play retake on A. However, I think he has been joined by Dobu up on that A side of the map. Tiger splitting up together. Tyloo, they feel like someone's flanked behind them. That it really hasn't been the case as they go and clear out T-Spawn back towards playground side here. Slowly just waiting for a push, but the clock is really starting to run down here for Tyloo. They need to make up their mind what they're trying to do because they're clearing out playground. They're nowhere near a bomb site.
It's going to take them 30 seconds to get into the A site.
Yeah, they're going to have to start to make a move.
Let's go, boys!
It's coming out through long A, and 9 is going to be on that angle with the AWP. Also has a smoke grenade to play with as well. So this is the scary part. Slowly he's trying to fake it out. That actually is going to draw maybe the rotation. But Dobu is actually going to stay firm. 9's not actually covering the angle. He's just jump spotting. And eventually he's going to spot this attack. Out comes the Molotov in the bank. That's going to help a lot. Slowly going down is not going to help though. As now out comes the 2 players. Attack is going to get that quiet down in the smoke. Dan King will be able to clean that up. Dan King actually thinking of going aggressive through the edge of the smoke, and it works out quite well. 9 has tagged him up. He's thinking about where to shoot for now as attacker. He can't find the trade. It's all down to this 1v2 right now. Dan King dancing around the truck, trying to keep the hopes alive.
Cabal needs to get in there pretty quick, smart. 9 obviously having some difficulties, but now it's on to Dan King solo, and he can't keep it in Tyloo's favor. The USP too powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back to 11 apiece, and back to Tiger keeping this one even. But not only that, the equilibrium is restored. It's once again another round where Tiger only survives with 1 gun, and it seems we continue that storyline.
Yeah, they need to build up some cash in this round coming up here. Although Tyloo, they still do have some loss bonus from the previous string of rounds, and they have that bomb plant, which means they don't have all the money they want to be able to put together a a couple of those players sitting around 3K. They will force up anyway, though. You are seeing Deagle and full utility, a handful of Galils. It's not what they really would be wanting here, but there is potential for them to reset Tiger here.
I mean, they've reset Tiger so many times, but the problem for Tyloo as well, they've been unable to really chain these rounds and, I guess, be rewarded for doing this much damage to the CT economy. Because Tiger, they're fighting back. Tyloo, it's just a struggle. No side is really winning so far. Out comes the strike over at jump up, but you can see Tiger 1 step ahead. Not going to be going to that boost area at Sandbags, but Dobu is going to be mollied off. He drops the smoke just so late.
Both teams here with just such a shocking economy.
Dobu's out on an island here with the FAMAS. This is very brave for him to be sticking around as Tyloo continues spamming out that smoke. If he goes down for free here, it's a 1-for-1. That's still really not great for Tiger, especially if 9 gets pressured back.
Well, Urcast has been picked off by somebody who's now starting to make a bit of an impact. Oh, 9 spots. 1 crossing back in the connector. Might have spotted a bomb as well, but this may play against him because they've actually come back to the A bomb site. He's got a lot of work to do. Smoke and 2 flashbangs to play with, and he's actually gone to B heaven.
Well, all the utility is landing on the A bomb site right now. Tiger have completely given up A, and they are now realizing the error in their ways.
That's a pretty cool smoke wall there to wrap through truck side. Haven't seen that in quite a while, actually. And Tiger just going to save these 3 weapons. Tyloo now putting themselves in the lead. 12 rounds on the T side for these guys. Still only a handful of Galils and a FAMAS, but if they survive with 4 guns here, you could start to see them build up quite a bit of money here on the T side.
The Tiger, they're just going to fall straight back into this. That's the whole thing. And Tyloo have just been unable to find this magical round thanks to Tiger. Having a couple of the individuals really stepping up. But right now, you can't just rely on individuals for Tiger. You're going to have to start chaining a couple of things together.
I still have no loss bonus. That's the problem, though. It's like every single time they're just working with such garbage.
Yep.
Have to go down to the MP9s, have to buy, you know, pistols some of the time, don't have utility. It's the same problem for Tiger time and time again.
But here's the thing. I mean, you're calling it garbage because it's been working. And that's why it's called garbage can, not garbage cannot.
Sure, but it's been 1-for-1 for the majority of this half.
We know that never favours the CT side unless they can start stringing rounds together.
Well, they did string a couple together. That was earlier on in the half. Recently, it really has just been backwards and forwards.
Oh, Nine's in a world of trouble right now.
Well, with that smoke into front side of toilet, he can sort of maneuver around. We see it a lot on overpass. Smoke onto divider from Tiger. Tyloo starting to creep up A from long. Player in the bathrooms as well. Somebody minding connector. Tiger's got that extra player on the A side that will be tested. It's NCL. He hasn't spotted these players. So close.
Yep, and that's the A site loss, and that's finally Tyloo able to crack the code. Somebody's going on a hunt. At least Cabal's able to retrieve something, but it gives an idea for Tyloo on where the last two members are. And as Summer is also going on a hunt as well, looks like Tiger have to be fighting to keep the guns alive, and Cabal's stuck in a really tough position. He wanted to save that weapon. He cannot. It's just a Galil that he has to make do with.
They just can't keep saving forever, boys.
Yeah, it's that dangerous spiral we don't often see on Overpass, you know, compared to a map like, for example, Dust 2 or Inferno, where the CTs are constantly trying to save. It's not as common on Overpass, but Tiger do feel as though they're kind of falling into that trap, and eventually they're going to have to go for something. 13 for Tyloo. I mean, what is the tipping point where Tyloo just say, stuff it, we have to go for the retake?
They're going to have to go for an eco here, I think. Let Tyloo get those 14 rounds.
It's just down to NCL just not being able to spot out the players at long A, and that just, everything falls apart for there. And you have to say, this is definitely looking in the favour of Tyloo because Tiger have been looking very weak on those defences.
It's difficult because Tyloo, they have the round advantage. They have the economy. And Tiger, they've got pretty much nothing, really. They're on the CT side here.
Oh, somebody.
He's getting warmed up.
Cast. Oh, he doesn't get the spray down, though. NCL grabs a weapon, bails out in time, but he can't land the spray on a 6 HP Dan King, and that means the rifle and the opportunities are lost in this round for Tiger. They've got USPs. They're going to try and do some damage to see what they can find. But already Tyloo is set up for it.
You saw him line up for Ocast, didn't you? That was the difference maker in the round. Had he gotten a good spray there, it might have been Tiger back into the discussion earlier than we expected. But at the very least, it's good to see Tiger taking that save. We can look to the next round here to see a good buy. But that is going to be Tiger's final chance here in the Road to Rio.
Yeah, here's the problem, right? They have no room for error. Whereas you're looking at Tyloo, they're up 14-11. They've got a lot of cash in the bank. They can put a couple buy rounds together. They really don't want to be losing those guns, to be honest, especially not to 9. Plus 600 in the bank for him means that he can actually afford the AWP and go glass cannon. And he's secured the Galil, actually.
Wait, what? Where did he get that from?
He can throw that to Dobu. He's shown a willingness to use the lackluster weapons. Again, it's thrown straight to him. He's the lowest in terms of the cash. Now he can get full utility. That definitely makes a bit of a difference. Tyloo going to take a tactical timeout. And let's just set the scene here. Tyloo 3 to 4.5k in the bank. A pretty decent position for them to continue to close this one out on the T side. Whereas Tiger, absolutely no room for error. If they lose this round, they're going to have $3 grand to each of their names and probably just going to be buying MP9 armor across the board. And from there, it should be pretty easy for Tyloo to push it to 16.
I mean, NCL has really been struggling, but we can see that even the previous games, he can be struggling and still find a couple of impactful rounds and be right back in it. It has really been Cabal leading the charge for Tiger, but you can't just expect one man to be doing the fragging by himself. They all need to start picking up their game.
14-11 the scoreline, and this is the last chance for Tiger, otherwise they are surely done in the Road to Rio. Tyloo, I mean, such a storied name. But Dobu, he goes on the aggressive. Cabal does drop on the other side of the map, though, so it's really going to come down to how this turns out in a now 4-on-2. Hang on a moment. Urcast, NCL9, where has this come from?
They're just getting picks across the map, and it's just working perfectly for them.
It's ballsy from Tiger. Making individual pushes on different parts of the map, getting in the face of Tyloo in a round where you have no room for error.
I think they've got to do it, though, you know?
This is the Renegades' Greyhound mentality, though. This is Tiger playing to win.
Just start winning.
Playing not playing not to lose.
They've not been able to hold the bomb sites.
True.
So
What if Tyloo doesn't make it to the bomb sites?
that's right. You got to do something, right?
That's
You're down
galaxy
12
brain.
and 14 or 11-14, and you're just thinking, look, we're cooked here. Can't keep throwing the same shit at the wall, otherwise it's not going to stick. And so Tiger decides to try and do something differently. And maybe they keep this alive for themselves.
They could reset Tyloo here, Kev. This is looking good, but Dan King on the AWP could be a problem.
I don't know. Nine's been looking pretty good so far on the AWP of his own as well. So it's not a case of, well, Dan King will instantly obliterate Nine. It's now something that's something that we're really looking forward to, as Dobu has been mollied off once again, but you can still see he wants to fight this out again slowly. They are going to be checking this corner as he just re-aggresses back in. Slowly doesn't check it at the same time, and Summer...
Dobu!
Oh, Dobu gets only 2. Can't transfer the spray this time around. But that is now the numbers advantage for Tiger. Still a lot of time for Tyloo to work with, though, and maybe if they can find an exploit over at this A bomb site, that could be absolutely huge. But Nine, he's answering the challenge. He's answering the call right now for Tiger. 2v4.
Double kill for Dobu, starting the round phenomenally for Tiger. And that is exactly the kind of fight that you need to see from this roster.
Look at the push through Monster from Urcast as well. It's just no respect from Tiger as they take control of this game. It's all on Dan King, 1v4.
He knows where Urcast is as well, so he's going to head over to river position.
Urcast just creeping up. This is the easiest kill of his life.
Tyloo, they're broke now, boys. 2K in the bank across most of their players here. Surely Tiger, they can just close this up to 14 apiece before Tyloo can put another buy on the board. And Tiger now have got a strong enough economy to be able to put together 2 CT gun rounds in a row. So even if Tyloo does put themselves on that 15th, Tiger can potentially recover from that and get another gun round together to try to secure overtime at least.
This is a huge resurgence from Tiger. The mental fortitude to do something like this against a team called Tyloo. Astronomical.
You just love to see the confidence from someone like Dobu. If he goes down there for free, it's like Tiger are cooked, but he's never going to stop fighting that connector.
I'm smelling an overtime, boys.
Oh, we still have to wait and see, don't we? Tyloo can still close his regulation, so can Tiger.
It wouldn't be a Road to Rio playoffs match without an overtime.
Nine's alone on this A site, guys. And that's where Tyloo are heading. Yes, they only have Glocks and 2 P250s.
USP, powerful weapon. Nine's going to opt to back
no,
out. He
he's
decides to
been
go
kicked
for the 1-for-1. Dan King hits a nice shot, and this is an AWP in the hands of somebody. Could that now be the crushing blow for Tiger that they've been hoping to avoid for the better part of 3 or 4 rounds? Well, it starts poorly. Somebody's gotten one. Dobu's out on the site. Thank God they've gotten rid of the AWP. And Tiger survive. It was a tight chest kind of a moment. You didn't want to breathe. But Tiger have done it. They're up to 14. They're keeping it in the discussion. And 14-14, Tyloo, how have they let it get to this?
They can't find the AWP.
They're going to have to repurchase that, which might actually end up costing them in the long term. And by the long term, I mean the only 2 rounds left in this game. Oh, that was way too close for comfort. Tiger, why would you even do that? Why would you even do that to me? I know you can play retake on that A-bomb site, but just NCL, he has to go for the extra jump spot, doesn't he? Can't just make it easy on himself regardless, though. Finally now, Tyloo getting a buy together for round number 29. Dan King's going to have himself the AWP. Good utility across the board from everybody. Only the singular AWP on Tiger. And it's actually a push into short B. It's a bit of a different look, a bit of a different setup. We've seen them go for that connector boost, Tiger, before.
But Dan King's here in unders. As soon as that squeaky door opens, Cabal's in a world of hurt.
He's not going to open it. He's just waiting for that short B contact to come out. Look at this setup. Absolutely filthy. They're just waiting for somebody. This man has been setting foot in short water time and time again. They're trying to isolate him, give themselves an easy man advantage. But you are starting to see, exactly like you said, Kev, Tyloo's making their way up connector.
Cabal's going to hear this as well. They're very cautious of this boost spot, as Tiger have used it a few times. Cast also looking over at unders right now. A lot of responsibility given to Nine as well as Dobu right now. They're playing very passively, as now they're looking to go for the... Oh my goodness, now they're looking to go for the boost, but Summers come out on the back of a flashbang. It's not worked out. They're hearing shots coming in from short, and Dan King's actually been volleyed off. He's trying to challenge him. It's not going to work out. He tries for a risk, and now Tyloo trying to send it over to Bathrooms as well as Long B at the same time, but Nine's on the perfect angle, and even if he takes B, bomb site, the CTs are far enough back, and slowly is going to crawl in. 2v4.
20 seconds on the clock here. Somebody is trying to fake towards B. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to get something done. Attacker has to do this himself on A. That is the round. There is no chance for somebody anymore. And he's just going to have to try and get out of here with the AK in his hand. Maybe do a bit more damage to the CT economy, but what does it really matter?
There's no bomb plant for Tyloo. You're looking at the cash on Summer and Attacker and Dan King. They don't have enough for AK and Armor. There's no utility possible. They're pigeonholed into going towards those SMGs and utility and going for a quicker strat, or just going for rifles and armor, and I would say probably again going for a quicker strat. So as long as Tiger can just full buy up, they can just get the utility and shut down these quicker plays, I'm sure they could probably close out this round here at 15-14. It's for all of the RMR points. Match point for Tiger.
They were down 11-14, backs against the wall, and they've still managed to scrounge their way back into here. Not only back into the lead, but just one round away. It's the final round of regulation time. Elfish Guy thinks we're going into overtime. Tiger don't want it to be.
I don't know if I'm so sold on that anymore, Kev. I'm kind of feeling Tiger now.
Oh, but if you're feeling Tiger, that means Geordie's going to come out top on the prediction game.
I'll take it. I don't mind. I'll take it. Tiger deserve this. They've gotten 3 in a row to bring it back to 15-14. And they just need one more.
All right. Very lackluster utility. Only Summers got any for Tyloo. What's the play going to be? What's the call? You're starting to see them. That's already one smoke burn 5 seconds into the round. One of the only ones that they had. 5 grenades between 5 players on the T side of Overpass here. 1 flashbang. How are you going to stop Nine from posting on these angles and just blowing away the Ts as they try to get map control? They're going to use a run boost to take long. You're already starting to see the CT shift over towards this A bomb site.
And we sort of thought it might be a quicker play from Tyloo, but it seems slow and steady wins the race, is the mantra.
It's going to be Dobu once again, just in a position in this off angle. You haven't seen him play it before just yet. Nine's lining up the flashbang. Out comes the flash. He's going to push forward. He finds still at least 1 kill and tag slowly down to 11. Identifies the bomb. 50 seconds left. Nine's on the perfect angle as well, but he misses the shot.
He's got to back up. He's surely got to back up. You know someone's coming through that smoke. Slowly this time is the one to charge forward. Tyloo. They found a 3-on-2. They're into the bomb site.
The bomb's dropped it long though. Cabal, that's the nade for default. Doesn't connect onto anyone though, and Urkar scrambling through bank.
Cabal and Urkast, they have to salvage the situation here for Tiger, otherwise we're into overtime. Slowly, on 11 HP, he's holding by long, but he's backed up by somebody. And Summer in the bathrooms. It's a tough nut to crack, that is for sure. Cabal has a smoke, and can they do it again? It was Cabal and Urkast with the smoke defuse before. And maybe, just maybe, they can push Tiger through to the 16th round. On the defuse is Cabal. They've got him. 15-15, overtime. Tyloo have secured it. And we're not done yet.
It's that round, of course it is, that Dobu getting aggressive comes back to bite Tiger a little bit. Sure, he did go out there and gather a little bit of information, but they haven't been able to capitalize on that and rotate accordingly. And Tyloo, just when they needed to, have gotten around across the board with a pretty damn crap buy, boys. I can't believe it.
Yeah, well, I can. All of these matches in Road to Rio, ANZ and Asia in playoffs have had an overtime. And it really wouldn't have been a fitting grand final without one here.
For me, that all comes down to that missed shot for 9. He's been so good so far, but he's just unable to connect on somebody. He connects on somebody there. He doesn't get tagged up. That's a 4-on-3. 2 players on the bomb site. He can just focus on long A, but he misses that. It allows Tyloo to flood forward and take the bomb site, and pretty much from there, it was just done and dusted. Overtime, though, is going to alleviate, I guess, the economy issues we saw earlier for Tiger.
Well, you say that, but it is only 10k OT, so they have to ensure that they win at least one of these rounds, at least one of the first 2. Otherwise, they're kind of grasping at the bottom of the barrel for that buy in the 3rd round, particularly if they're going to look for some AWPs here.
Okay. Is it only the singular AWP for Tiger? We have seen teams go for double AWP before, and it has sort of cost them economically if they're not able to get one of the first 2 rounds.
Does Erky really go for the AWP? Generally speaking, I would say no. I think it's probably just the rifle here.
Probably. Oh boy. This game is really delivering.
Bit of an extended pause just to calm ourselves down a little bit.
No, I think it's to hype ourselves up a little bit, Kev.
We've got to calm down from that just
Raise the
insane
tension,
high
dude.
just then.
Get a bit excited.
This is the first time we've made it into the AMs, I think, and I haven't been more excited.
I mean, you sound really excited, Mitch.
The man has been casting for 8 hours, so give a guy a break.
Alright. Okay. I mean, Tyloo, what have they really been doing on this T side, though? It seems like they're a little bit one-dimensional to me. It's either that slow roll into A that's got across the line a few times, or it seems to be the later sort of play into B. Wouldn't mind seeing them mix things up a little bit. Maybe a quicker one-up connector or something like that. Try to isolate Dobu. Could work out for them.
But so far, it's really been Tiger struggling through some of these CT rounds, in all honesty. So they've been able to secure a few of them, but a lot of them have looked very tight. So Tyloo, if they're able just to hold on, find the answer for a few more rounds, just maybe they can win the first half at overtime.
See if Tiger can win this. I mean, if Tiger do win this, then Greyhounds somehow managed to win both regions at once. That's pretty impressive.
That would be kind of pog.
That's already a good... Oh, no, that nade misses. I was about to say, if Dobu
Somebody's
lands
in
that nade...
fire?
He's on fire.
He's on fire down by Monster. He stood in that for 40 HP's worth of damage. Strap yourselves in, everybody. Tiger and Tyloo in overtime. This one is sure to deliver.
Nine's on the angle towards long A this time around. And Dobu not playing connector, instead looking to play around this bathroom smoke, something we haven't seen too much just yet. It's Tyloo starting to make their way towards the bathroom here, trying to take some map control. Will Dobu be able to continue to get away with his shenanigans?
Oh my goodness, it depends on who clicks first, and it is actually going to be Dobu who gets out as well. DanKing's not covering the angle. NCL's over here as well because the CTs have taken the short water control.
Yeah, Dobu just sitting a little closer to the smoke, and we've seen a lot of that throughout Road to Rio so far. The re-smoke right in front of DanKing as well. 40 seconds on the clock here. Tyloo with a numbers disadvantage, and Dobu still exploring the bathroom.
In the same spot! No, Summer! He falls for the trick!
It's Groundhog Day! He's done it again.
Oh my goodness, and Nine's in the perfect position, and now it's going to be NCL going,
wow.
Sup, my dude? Am I just watching 3 Stewie 2Ks playing this game right now? Slowly at least answers back. He pegs it back, but time, I think, has just gone too far away. Still needs to pick off 9.
Not necessarily. If he does just run 9 down on the bomb side, if he hits that shot, maybe there was a chance. Cabal does get behind him, though, and that is the first round on the board for Tiger in OT number 1.
So much winner's mentality in Tiger right now. They're not playing scared. They're not hiding on the bomb sites.
Dude, this is Galaxy Brain stuff. Balls of steel from Dobu. He sits in the smoke, wins against Attacker, then goes back and does it again against Summer.
And then 9, as usual, it's like a dynamic duo, isn't it? Dobu goes aggressive. He goes out there, gets in Tyloo's face, and then he runs away a little bit, and 9's just holding an angle and clicking on the T's.
Would not have been surprised to see him hit that through the smoke.
Nade.
The nade is good. DanKing and Attacker suffer worse for it. But Tyloo have control of short water. They've been spotted though.
This is a pretty decent nade. Oh my goodness, it's not just the nade, it's also the bullets coming forward. Tiger, the stars are aligning. Somebody though, he's not interested in the upset occurring. He's going to at least equalize the situation back to a 4-4. At least Tyloo has this Bathrooms control this time around as they are starting to head back over to the fountain area.
Yeah, it's 3 players on the B-bomb side at the moment for Tiger. 9 is left with a lot of responsibility. Resmokes Divider there. Dobu making his way back up towards this A side of the map. There's no information here for Tiger, just trusting these crossfires, but Dobu resmoking Divider, getting aggressive up here towards Bathroom. This man is fearless right now, Jordan.
Oh, and why not? Why wouldn't you be? Dobu's just been cracking skulls here in overtime. 27 and 22 for him. And 16 to 15, the scoreline looks very, very likely to turn into something even better for Tiger as 9 hits another one with the AWP. 2-on-4. And Tyloo are in shambles. They just can't do anything right now. Tiger are taking this game away from them.
And even if somebody gets that pick, I mean, the bomb's lost over near Divider. He has to sprint over, and surely Nine's already seen this. I mean, you can see MC, he's already ready to go back to spawn to talk about it because it's Dobu almost closing it out. 7 seconds, a chance for somebody to get the plant, but all NCL needs to do is just push forward so somebody decides to go back and just try to hold on to this AK-47. Tiger with 2 rounds now in the first half of overtime. And this really just been the Dobu and 9 show so far.
It has. It's such a combo, isn't it? Dobu just running up into the T side with the rifle, getting aggressive. 9 holding angles, and he's not missing this time. The pressure's not getting him in overtime. So now, last round of OT, at least the first half of it. Tiger on this CT side. Can they go 3 for 3 here? That would be incredible.
Might well do it. Dobu's pushed very far forward on CT side here. Having a bit of a look into playgrounds, but elects to back off. Tyloo, for their own right, are playing fairly safely for the moment, the exception being somebody in short water.
I think Summer is ready for this, though.
Yep. It was going to be the pop flash play, but it doesn't look like Urcast is interested, actually. Chooses to fall back. And Tyloo, they're actually just walking back towards this B side of the map. As you see, slowly applying utility pressure towards the A side of the map. And 9, he's just sitting onto that divider line.
He's fearless.
Just look at this setup, though. NCL, he's got the flashes ready for Urcast to just send him towards Monster again and again. There's going to be so many repicks from the man.
This will be rough for Tyloo, that is for sure, but both flashes get thrown at the same time. Urcast is better. NCL helps him out. Crazy, crazy flash. And 3-on-4 as Tyloo enter into the bomb site. Somebody's on top of the boxes. It makes no difference. And that is a 3-0 half from Tiger. Surely they can't be denied now.
I don't care what anyone says about NCL's like non-existent frags almost. That flashbang just won them that round. Yep. That's just solid teamwork coming out from Tiger. Patience working out. And now they've got 3 match points.
You could see 9 just had all the info towards Divider there. He's just holding that line. Doesn't see a single soul from Tyloo over towards that A side of the map. And I just want to point out as well, Dobu, he's getting aggressive in a lot of the earlier parts of this round. But how many times have you seen him in those 3 rounds of OT be out of position? He was actually the last man over towards that B side of the map to close it out.
Oh, it's all going to take just 1 round here for Tiger, moving on to the T side of overtime, and already an exchange of fire. DanKing might have spotted 9 there. Either way, neither able to connect their shots.
Oh, this boost could catch Tyloo off guard here. Cheeky stuff from Tiger.
Isn't somebody waiting for it, though? He's looking from heaven at the moment.
Is he?
He is, I think.
I don't think you can see this one, Kev.
Oh, I think he has been spotted. You see somebody. Dinks him out. I can't believe it.
All right, Tiger. A minute on the clock. They haven't really got any bathroom control.
They've already lost a lot of HP as well, so on Dobu, who's been really that star player, have to give up this dirty water control as well. But, I mean, it's just 9 once again, who just gets the entry on DanKing. That's not an easy thing to do in bathrooms.
Yeah, T-side AWPing has been phenomenal for 9 so far. in map 2 and 3.
Tiger, they're starting to close in around slowly in bathrooms here. He's going to have to fight his way out.
Oh,
What are you going to do?
he's got an AWP, he's got an AK, it doesn't matter.
Attacker does manage to catch NCL as he's throwing some utility into the B site, and he sees nothing else. But Tyloo haven't rotated up to A. It's on to somebody alone. The flash is great. 9 opens it up. That's 15 seconds, but it really doesn't matter for Tiger. They're getting that bomb plant down, and surely now they are going to secure the victory in Road to Rio.
Not if Attacker and Summer have anything to say about it. A single flashbang for them to work with. They do have the kid as well. As soon as these smokes fade, they're going to start going in for this. But 9, he's got the crossfire posted up, but it's going to be Urcast who cleans up. The captain for Tiger finishes the upset 2-1. Oh my goodness. Well, that was a huge match.